All right. Welcome to From the East and Terraces Hounds Extra Time, match number 1 of the 2014 season, and the season did get off to a good start. The score line of the game tonight was Orlando City Soccer Club 1, Pittsburgh River Hounds 1. Oh man, it was quite a game. Jose Angulo opened up the scoring for the Riverhounds at the 58th minute, and then Orlando City tied it not too far after that to make it 1-1, and that is how the game ended. The first half was pretty even chance-wise. Orlando did control most of the possession for the first half, but the chances were actually pretty even. Angulo had a great chance off a header, but he just popped it right over the crossbar. I can't believe he missed that one, but yeah, the chances were pretty even the first half. It was a scoreless first half, and both teams exchanged a goal in the second half to make it 1-1. All right, my name is Jonathan Kimball, and I am joining you from the Gateway Studios downtown. This is Hounds Extra Time Part 1 on March 29th, 2014. We're just going to go over the Hounds' first match with Orlando City, just break down some of the things that happened here, but I just wanted to get going here and get an introduction in. Just getting downtown here at about 17 after 10. I got my other show to do here at 10:30, so I'm going to try to squeeze in part 1 here before 10:30. Before I got to do the sports call, and try and squeeze in part 2 during the sports call. Well, it's going to be tricky, but all right, I'll be right back with the starting lineups and the first half breakdown. Welcome back to Hounds Extra Time. Alright, let's talk about the Hounds starting 11 that they went into this game with Orlando. They had Hunter Gilstrap starting at goal. He actually didn't finish the match. He got injured in the second half, and Greg Bloom came on, and he did a fucking fantastic job. He made plenty of clutch saves. He made it a saves. No, he made plenty of good saves to keep this a 1-1 game, and to keep the Hounds fighting for a point, and actually, fighting for all 3 points all the way to the end. The Hounds could have actually won this game and came away with Orlando with 3 points, but Gilstrap started the game in net. The back four was Facchetti facing his old team, Andrew Marshall playing center back, and you actually had Anthony Arena, one of the loanees from Houston, starting at center back too. I was a bit surprised by that. Then you had Flunder over there on the other flank. I was surprised that Arena started, but he played well. All right, in the midfield we had Vincent Obadiah. Can't say that guy's name, but Vincent Obadiah Dowman and Earls, and then up front you had Johnson and Angulo. Johnson, another one of the loanees from Houston, getting the start. I was a little surprised by that, but hey, they played good. He looked fresh, and he looked ready to go. And Angulo, of course, he got going right where he left off last year with a goal, but he actually did. He missed. I am going to say it was a sitter. He missed a sitter in the first half. It was a great cross that he should have headed it in. He was about right inside the 6-yard box, and he definitely should have headed it in, but he made up for it in the second half with his goal, and he had a good game. All right, I'm just going to run through some of the first half action here, kind of playing with the format of how this show is going to go, so bear with me here. This is the first match of the season. Again, get going here as the season gets going on, but the first half, I think the teams pretty much exchanged chances. The first 6-10 minutes was pretty even. Orlando had a couple half chances in the first 15 minutes. That Herzing, he had a shot wide, but it was a pretty decent shot, rocket. And I do want to talk about the feed. Sorry to interrupt the first half breakdown here, but I do want to talk about the feed. when it was on, it was fantastic. I watched the match. I watched the first half at Crazy Mocha in Swickley. Just using their Wi-Fi. I did want to go down to Huff's and join everybody down there, but basically just broke and had to come down here to work later. So I just watched the first half of Crazy Mocha. But the Wi-Fi and the feed there was great. The picture was crisp and clear for the first half. And then the second half started, and the feed didn't start with it. And whoopsie, what the fuck happened there? You knew something was going to happen on the first night. About the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, the feed was cut out, and everyone was tweeting the USL and wondering what the fuck happened. Yeah, what the fuck happened down at Disney there? What did Mickey Mouse fucking piss on the electric box or something? That's not too funny. But yeah, the feed was out for about the first 10 minutes of the second half, and he actually missed Angulo's goal, and I think he missed the second goal as well, the tying goal for Orlando City. But overall, the feed was pretty good, and the picture was great. But the announcers could have been better, but, you know, they were Orlando's announcers, and they were alright. I have nothing bad to say about them. They were alright. Alright, back to the first half action. Through about 25 minutes, Orlando had really the better of the chances. You had Facchetti with a couple nice clearances. Orlando had a couple corners, but basically nothing really to get excited about. From that standpoint, the Hounds were keeping a good defensive shape and clearing the ball pretty well. I thought they could have countered a little better with some pace, but overall they were pretty good. Around the 28th minute, that was when Angulo's chance happened. The Hounds actually had some nice build-up play. They countered OC's pressure with some nice build-up play, some nice passes, and that build up to Angulo's chance, his header that he really should have put home. He really should have put that away and put the Hounds up at the 30th minute, but, oh well. The 34th minute, you had your first booking of the game. Andrew Marshall had a pretty hard tackle, but, I don't mind a hard tackle here now and again. It's nice. It's good for the game. Lets the other team know you're there. But yeah, Marshall had a nice hard tackle. The Orlando free kick that ensued was saved by Gilstrap. It wasn't too much to bother Hunter Gilstrap there. He made a decent save. About the 38th minute, the Hounds had some decent pressure, but nothing really resulted from that. The teams exchanged some chances to close out the first half, and yeah, the first half ended 0-0. Alright, to the event-filled second half. Started out with Orlando City hitting the crossbar at the 48th minute. Now, this is when the feed was out, so basically following by Twitter, through Twitter at this point. Getting the updates from USL's official Twitter, the Hounds' official Twitter, and actually this great site called the Soccer Desk, which they have their SoundCloud channel, and they also have a nice Twitter feed. They were given updates, so give them a follow. The Soccer Desk, check them out. I'm actually going to try and get this show loaded onto their page after I get some more experience doing it. So look forward to that in the future. Hello. Sorry there, went off on a little tangent there of a little curl show, so sorry about that. But yeah, second half, back to the second half. 50th minute is when Angulo struck. He had some nice moves around the 18-yard box to dance around one of the Orlando City's defender and also move around the goalkeeper to slot it home pretty easily and nicely there. Yeah, Hounds get a lead, and you're thinking, hey, there's a chance we could come home with all 3 points here. We could come back from FLA with 3 points in the bag, and that would be nice. But that would not be the case, because about 8 minutes later, Luke Bowden tied it for Orlando City with a nice shot off a rebound. Pretty decent shot there that beat Hunter Gilstrap to the top shelf. That would be about the end of Gilstrap's night, because about 3 minutes later, there was a pretty decent collision in the box. Oh, by the way, the feed was back at this point. You USL motherfuckers. Okay, sorry. So, 61st minute, there was a collision in the box, and Gilstrap, he took a pretty decent knock. He had to be carried off. No, he wasn't carried off, but he had to be helped off, and it looked like he was pretty woozy and had a pretty decent, I don't want to say concussion, but he looked pretty woozy there. So you had Blum come on, and, you know, as us, most Riverhound supporters know, Blum is a good keeper, and, I think we didn't really feel, too slighted that he was in there. We felt he was going to do a good job, and that turned out to be the case. So, alright, that's going to do it for part 1. I'm going to come back with part 2, recap the second half, and have our man of the match. So, thank you for joining me on From the East End Terraces, Hounds, Extra Time, Orlando City, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Game 1 of the 2014 season. Thanks. Part 1, over.